Good afternoon, children. This period, we are going to solve the linear equations using Cramer's rule. Okay, last week we started with this, isn't it? We did 1 or 2 questions based on Cramer's rule. Just go through the method, go through it, how we solved it, check it. Whenever we are given a system of simultaneous equations, how we solved it. What is the first step? First step is we write the given system of equations in the form. We used to write the given system of equations in the form, general form, isn't it? A1x plus b1y plus c equal to 0, equal to some constants. Okay, all the variables and coefficients with one side, with the constants on the other side. We take the constants to the other side. A1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to d1. If all the constants d1, d2 and d3 are 0, we call such equation as homogeneous equations. Otherwise, we call it as non-homogeneous, isn't it? After that, what we did, after writing in general form, what we did, tell me, what is the next step? The next step, so we calculated. Yes?
The determinant value.
Yes, we calculated the determinant value. Okay, we took only the coefficients. We calculated, okay, with all the coefficients, we calculated the determinant value and we denoted that as D. We denoted that as D. Then dx or d1. What about dx or d1? Instead of that x variables, we write the constants, isn't it? And we calculate the value of dx, determinant dx. Similarly, dy is the determinant obtained by removing the second column. We remove the y coefficients and there we replace with the constants and we find out what is dy. Similarly, find out dz. Okay, and the solution x is given by. Okay, Tomlin. Okay, Karthik. Thank you. Next, tell me, children, how we calculate x? X is calculated by using the formula
dx by d.
dx by d. Y is calculated by using dy by d. And z is calculated by using dz by z. Okay. And this solution will exist only if d is not equal to 0, isn't it? If d is equal to 0, then we say the given system is inconsistent. Okay, write down this. Note. Write this as note. If first point, if d is not equal to 0, if d is not equal to 0, then we can say the system is consistent. What is meant by consistent? It has solution. System is consistent. Sometimes the solution may be one solution or infinite solution. It's not a problem, but it is consistent. It is said to be consistent. Consistent means it will be having one solution or infinite solution. Okay, it depends. If it is homogeneous, we will get infinite solution. If it is non-homogeneous, we will get unique solution. Okay. So if d is not equal to 0, the system is said to be consistent. And you write this as and independent. The solution is independent. Independent for non-homogeneous. Independent means you will get one solution, and that is it is an independent solution for non-homogeneous. And we get infinite solution if it is homogeneous. Now, second point, if d is 0, suppose the determinant value is 0 and either of d1, d2 is non-zero. D1, D2 is non-zero, and either of D1, D2 is non-zero, then the system is inconsistent. What is meant by inconsistent? No solution. Then the system is inconsistent. Inconsistent means, what is the meaning? No solution. If suppose determinant is 0 and this D1 and D2 are not equal to 0. Okay. Suppose D1 may be 0, but D2 is not equal to 0. That is, if either of D1 or D2 is 0, D1 or D2 is non-zero, then the system is inconsistent. Inconsistent means the given equation has no solution. Third one, if D is equal to D1 is equal to D2 is equal to D3 is everything 0, then the system is consistent. Then we can say the system is consistent. System is consistent. And solution is dependent. And the solution is dependent. Solution is consistent and dependent. The dependent means, what does it mean? Infinite solution. The given equation has infinite solution. If all the determinants are 0, then we can say it is dependent and it has infinitely many solutions. So this is the case, children. Right on the top, you write this is for non-homogeneous. Okay, this is the type we are learning for non-homogeneous system. What is meant by non-homogeneous? Whenever the constants are not equal to 0, that is what we call it as non-homogeneous. Now let us consider the homogeneous equation. Okay, now let us consider the homogeneous equation. See, for homogeneous equation, what is meant by homogeneous equation? It is of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1z is 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is 0, then a3x plus b3y plus c3z is 0. Okay, so in this case, we can say x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0 is a trivial solution. Is or no? When you put x is 0, y is 0, z is 0, it is a trivial solution. Apart from this trivial solution, is there any other solution? How to find? Okay, 0, 0, 0 is a trivial solution. Apart from this trivial solution, is there any other solution? How to find? Okay, for that, again, we find out D. Now listen, children, don't write. First listen. Listen, all of you. So 0, 0, 0 is a trivial solution. Hence, it is always consistent, children. homogeneous equation is always consistent. Okay, homogeneous equation is always consistent. Non-homogeneous only, sometimes it may be consistent, sometimes it will not be inconsistent. That one you have to check it. Okay, now look at here. For a homogeneous equation, 0, 0 is a trivial solution. Suppose we want to check, apart from the trivial solution, is there any other solution? Is there any non-trivial solution? For that, what we do, we find out D. Okay, if D is not equal to 0, if D is not equal to 0, then what we can say, the system has only trivial solution. The system has only trivial solution. If D is not equal to 0, the system has only trivial solution. If D is equal to 0, if the determinant value is 0, if D is equal to 0, then the system has infinite solution. The system has infinite solution. So 1 mark questions will be asked from this type. Okay, if 0, 0, 0 is a trivial solution, we can, if determinant is not equal to 0, by taking the coefficients, and if you find the determinant, if the determinant is not equal to 0, then we can say it has only trivial solution. Otherwise, we can say the system has infinite solution. Okay, is it okay, children? Okay, copy it, all those things. Now take the textbook, children. All of you take your textbook, page number 154. Take page number 154. That day, I think we did few questions from this part, isn't it? Okay. So now let us do the 9th one. Read the 9th one. In 9th question, we have 2 subdivisions. 9th one. Read the first one. Which of the following equations are consistent? You have to check which are consistent. If consistent, solve the 9th question. Which of the following equations are consistent? If consistent, solve them. Look at the equation. Is it homogeneous or non-homogeneous? First, you identify that one. 9th one, Roman letter 1. Tell me, is it homogeneous or non-homogeneous? The first one, 3x plus y is equal to 5. And 6x plus 2y is equal to 11. Is it homogeneous or non-homogeneous? Aparna?
Ma'am, it is non-homogeneous.
It is non-homogeneous. Okay. And it is written in the general form. A1x plus b1y is equal to C1. A2x plus b2y is equal to C2. Equations on variables on one side and constants on the other side. Okay. So next step, you find out D. How to find D? D is the, okay, it's the determinant by taking the coefficients. To find out the value here. What is D? It is 6 minus 6. We get this value as 0. We are getting the value of D as 0. Then, if D is 0, then what do you have to do? If D is 0, then you find out D1. If D is 0, we can't say whether it is consistent or inconsistent. You go with the next step. You find out what is D1. You find out D2. What is D1? D1 is the determinant got by removing the coefficients of x and replacing it with the constant. 5, 11, 1, 2. So you will get 10 minus 11, which is equivalent to minus 1. Okay, what about D2? 3, 6, 5, 11. So we get 33 minus 30, which is equal to 3. These are also not equal to 0. Both are not equal to 0. So here D is 0, but D1 and D2 not equal to 0, isn't it? If either D1 or D2 is not equal to 0, if either of the D1, D2 is not equal to 0, then we can say it is okay. So here D is 0 and D1 and D2 is not equal to 0. So what is your conclusion?
It's inconsistent.
It is inconsistent. It is inconsistent. Okay. Why? We will be finding x using the formula d1 by d, isn't it? Minus 1 by 0. Is it possible to define? Is it possible to define minus 1 by 0? Division by 0 is not defined, isn't it? So we say it is inconsistent. The same way, Roman letter 2, you will be doing that one. Note down that's ninth one, Roman letter 2 as homework. Ninth one, Roman letter 2 as homework. Now let us do 10th one, Roman letter 2. 10th one of you read the question. Children, up to this, is it okay? Aditya, Satyan, this question, is it clear? Femina?
Yes,
Is it okay?
ma'am.
Femina, any doubt? Up to this, is it okay? Femina? Okay, what about Aishwarya, Karthik, Aparna? Is it clear? Shall we move on to the next step?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Aparna? Karthik?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, okay, so the previous question we did with 2 variables. The next one we are going to do is with the 3 variables. Okay, question is same, method is same. Which of the following system, for which of the following systems are consistent? If consistent, solve them. So in 10th one, Roman letter 3, we are going to do it now. 10th one, Roman letter 3. Look at the question. 2x plus y minus 2z is equal to 4. X minus 2y plus z is equal to minus 2. 5x minus 5y plus z is equal to minus 2. So it is non-homogeneous and it is in the general form, isn't it? It is non-homogeneous and it is in the general form. So now you find out D. D is determinant. 2, 1, minus 2, 1, minus 2, 1, 5, minus 5, 1. Then find out D1. Okay, do it. First find D. So what is the value of D, Aishwarya?
E is equal to 0.
D is 0. Is it correct, Karthik?
Yes, ma'am.
Now find out D1. What is D1? For instead of first row, we replace with this. And 1 minus 2 minus 5 minus 2, 1, 1. Here we can use the property. Is there any property we have learned? In determinants, what you have learned? If two rows or two columns are identical or proportional, whether the value of the determinant will become 0. Look at here. C3 and C1, are they proportional? Yes or no? If, okay, if they are proportional, then no need to expand. Okay, using the property, we can write the value will be 0. Is it correct, Aditya? Okay, if you are not able to remember this property, then you have to try it. You have to solve it. But if you know the property, that is easy. Similarly, find out what is D2. D2 is determinant. Is determinant. Instead of first row, first column is same. Second column, we write this with the coefficients. Then minus 2, 1, 1. What about D2? Here also you will get proportional, isn't it? Are you getting that as proportional? So D2 will become 0. What about D3? D3 is 2, 1, 5. 1 minus 2 minus 5. The next one is 4 minus 2 minus 2. Find out the determinant value D3. What about the value of D3?
80.
D3 is 80. What is the answer, Karthik?
Ma'am, I got 0.
If you are getting 0, it is okay. Aishwarya, please check your answer. What is your answer, Aparna? Anila, Mohanan, give your answer. What is the answer? What is D3? Is it 0? How will you expand it? When you expand it, what you will get?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is 0. Should get 0. Check your answers. Okay, now listen, children. Here we get D1 is 0, D2, D3, everything is 0. If all the determinants are 0, look at there what we wrote. With D1, D2, D3, everything is 0. Then the system is, here we get D is equal to D1 is equal to D2 is equal to D3 is 0. Therefore, the system is consistent. It is consistent, but it has infinite solution, isn't it? It is consistent. It is consistent and infinitely many solution and has infinitely many solution. Now listen, how to find the solution. Listen all of you. Up to this, is it okay? If all the determinant values are 0, we understand that the given system of equations is consistent and it has infinitely many solution. Now how to find that many solution? Listen all of you. So for this, what we are going to do, okay? So you start with the given equations. Which are the given equations? The equation is 2x minus y, 2x plus 2y minus 2z equal to 4, isn't it? The second equation is x minus 2y plus z is equal to minus 2. And the next equation is 5x minus 5y plus z is equal to minus 2. So this is the given set of equations. We understand that the given set of equation has infinite solution. How to find? Listen all of you. Listen. Don't write. Listen. Here what we do, we have take the z term to other side. Is 4 plus 2z. Okay, we take z term to other side. X minus 2y is equal to minus 2 minus z. And 5x minus 5y is equal to minus 2 minus z. 5x minus 5y is equal to minus 2 minus z. Okay, it is not compulsory you have to take z. You can take x or you can take y. You take any one of the variable to other side. Now, we consider this as a constant. We are going to consider this as a constant. Okay. Is it okay? Up to this, is it okay? If this is 0, we consider. Okay. Is it okay up to this? From the first equation, we wrote this. Second. So now don't bother about the third equation. You take only the first two equations. From the first two equations, from 1 and 2, I consider only this 2. Okay, I'm going to consider the equations 1 and 2. From the first equation, I'm defining D. What is D? Okay, this part I'm going to take it as constant. So only the x and y variables I'm going to consider. 1 minus 2. So what you will get? Minus 4 minus 1, which is minus 5, not equal to 0. We get minus 5, which is not equal to 0. We find out D. D is, okay, we have 3 equations. Among this, third equation, we neglect it. We are not going to consider. Any 2 equation you consider. Any 2 equation. I'm considering the first 2 equation. Any 2 equations you consider. That means we are going to consider it as 2 equations in 2 variables. In that form, we are going to consider. So we take 2 equations. So we get determinant 2, 1, 1 minus 2 is minus 4 minus 1, which is minus 5, not equal to 0. Now find out D1. What is D1? Instead of first the coefficient of x, this first column, we replace with the constant. 4 plus 2z minus 2 minus z, 1 minus 2. Is it okay? Is it okay, children? D1, like how we did in the previous question. But here we take z as a constant. So what you will get when you open this bracket? Minus 2 into, when you expand this determinant, minus of 1 into minus 2 minus z. So it is minus 8 minus 4z plus 2 plus z. So what is the value of D1? We get D1 is equal to, D1 is minus 6 minus 3z. D1 is minus 6 minus 3z. Similarly, find out D2. D2 is equal to, okay, D2 is equal to 2, 1, instead of the y coefficient, we write the constant 4 plus 2z minus 2 minus z. Now we expand it. When you expand it, we get 2 into minus 2 minus z minus 1 into 4 plus 2z. So it is minus 4 minus 2z minus 4 minus 2z. So we get minus 8 minus 4z. This is D2. This is okay, this is D2. Now find out x. What is x? D1 by D. What is D1? The value of D1 is minus 6 minus 3z by 5. Is it D minus 5? What is the value of D? Is it minus 5?
Yes, ma'am. Minus 5.
So we can take one minus, and if you want, we can cancel this and we can write this as 6 plus 3z by 5. Similarly, y. Y is D2 by D. D2 is minus 8 minus 4z by minus 5. So it will be same as 8 plus 4z by 5. 8 plus 4z by 5. Okay. Now we are going to write the solution. Now we are going to write the solution. So the solution is, okay, you put z is equal to k. You put z is equal to k because everything x in terms of z, y in terms of z. So you put x is equal, z is equal to k. Therefore, what is x? 6 plus 3k by 5. Y is equal to 8 plus 4k by 5. So k can take any real number, where k is any number. K can take any real value. So we get infinitely many solution. If you put k is 1, accordingly you'll get one solution. If you put k is equal to 2, you'll get another solution. Is it clear? Is it okay, children? When we get D, D1, D2, D3, 0, what we are doing here? Once again, I repeat it, when this becomes 0. So when D1, D2, D3, 0, we came to know that the given equation is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. In that case, what we do, we take one of the variable to other side. From all the three equations, you take one of the variable to other side. So usually, we take z to other side. Okay, usually we take z to other side, but you can do with x also, y also. Same way you can do. Now we take z to other side. So we'll get three equations. Among this, you take any two equations. Any two equations. So here we take the first equation and second equation. We consider it as equation in two variables. Z we are going to treat as a constant. So we find out D. What is D? Determinant 2, 1, 1 minus 2. We expand it and we find the determinant value D. Similarly, find out D1. Instead of the coefficients of x, we write the constants. Here the constants are in terms of z. And when we expand it, D1 is minus 6 minus 3z. Then find out D2. D2 also, the same way we are doing this. D2 is, instead of y coefficients, we write the constant. So we get D2 is minus 8 minus 4z. Then we calculate what is x, what is y. What is x? D1 by D. Y is D2 by D. After finding x and y, what we do here, we assign z value as k. Z as k. Therefore, what is x? 6 plus 3k by 5. In the place of z, you put k. So x you will get in terms of k, y also in terms of k. K is a real number. K is any real number. If you put k is 1, you will get one solution. If you put k is 2, you will get another solution. Like that, we get infinitely many solutions. Is it okay, children? Is the method okay? Go through it. Go through it once again from the beginning and check, is it okay? Is it okay, children? Is it okay? Huh? Is it okay, Femina, Aditya, Karthik? Huh? If it becomes okay, when all the things become zero, you'll be getting a lengthy process. Okay. And one thing, actually, now look at the next one. So I'm in this question. In this question, 10th one, Roman letter 3 we did. Now you try to do the 10th one, Roman letter 2. And 10th one, Roman letter 1, you note down as homework. You try to solve 10th one, Roman letter 2. 10th one, Roman letter 2. Solve it, 10th one, Roman letter 2. What about the question, 10th one, Roman letter 2? 4x minus 2y. 4x minus 2y plus 6z is equal to 8. 2x minus y plus 3z is equal to 4. 2x minus y plus 3z is equal to 13. It's again a non-homogeneous equation, isn't it? So first you define what is D. What is D? 4 minus 2, 6, 2 minus 1, 3, 2 minus 1, 3. What is the answer, children? What is the value of D?
0.
0. No need to expand it. Two rows are identical. R2 is same as R3. So if two rows are identical, value will be 0. Now find out what is D1. What is D1? Instead of first row, we write the 8, 4, 13, minus 2, minus 1, minus 1, 6, 3, 3. What is the value here?
0 itself.
0 itself. Then find out what is D2. Two rows are identical means value will become 0. Okay. Now find out D2. I'll write it here. What is D2? 4, 2, 2, 8, 4, 13, 6, 3, 3. What is the value of D2? Find out what is D2. Then find out D3. What is D3? 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2 minus 1, minus 1, 8, 4, 13. Minus 2, minus 1. What is D2?
0.
0. D3 also will get 0, isn't it? Now, if it is 0, then what you can do? You proceed with the next method. What is the next step? You take one of the constants to other side, isn't it? Okay, we take one of the constants to other side, and then you make it consider that as a equation in two variables and try to solve it. Find it in terms of you. Again, you find out what is D, D1, D2. Suppose again you will get D is 0. Suppose D is 0 or D1 and D2 is not equal to 0 means what you can say? Suppose D is 0 and either D1 or D2 is not equal to 0, we can say it is inconsistent. Okay, although we are given 3 equations, next step you make it as 2 equations. In 2 equations also you have to check the same thing. Suppose D1 is 0, D is 0 and D1 or D2, either of the D1 or D2 is not equal to 0, then we can say it is inconsistent. Okay, so try to complete this question, try to complete this one. And in the next class, we'll be starting with the next method. 2 more methods are there in solving the simultaneous equations. Okay, in which one method only is given in your textbook. 2 methods are not there, but in the CBSE's textbooks, NCERT textbook, the other 2 methods are there. So that one also we'll be learning. Okay. Okay, children, with this I end the session now. Thank you.